example, I'm going to show how I can use algebra tiles to help me understand addition, subtraction of polynomials, and also the multiplication. So just like in the problem that we already did with this one, I'm going to start and leave that x squared alone. And I'm going to focus for a second primarily on this minus 3x times x plus 4. I'm going to redo that using, or show that multiplication using algebra tiles. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab 3 negative algebra tiles here. This will represent my 3x. Now I can represent my x plus 4 as a positive positive algebra tile, x algebra tile there, and then 4 pluses. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And from here, when I do this multiplication, I want to think of it as almost like a multiplication table, where this is my operation multiplication and I'm multiplying a negative x times an x. Now with this one as well, you also want to think of this as another way to think of it as like you're creating a rectangle, creating an area. So we want to fill in and complete this so that our end result will be a perfect rectangle. So if I'm going to multiply a negative x times an x, that's going to give me a negative x squared. And then if I do that again, I have this one here, a negative x squared and a negative x squared. Now for the second part here, I have a negative x times a 1. So for each one of those, when I multiply those together, I end up getting a negative x. So multiply this again, get another negative x. And here, what I did with that first row, I have to do with this second row as well. So now I'm going to take this second row and do the same thing. Take this negative x and multiply it by the positive 1, 1, 1, and 1. And when I do that each time, a negative x times a 1 gives me a negative x. I can do it for my last negative x down here at the bottom. We can see how I've now created this perfect rectangle, which is our goal here. So when I look to see, well, what does this do for my solution? My solution is going to be what's inside that box. So as I kind of regroup and figure out what I have in there, I can see that I have 1, 2, 3 x squareds, negative x squareds. And then if I was to go through and count up all of these x's or multiply, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 negative x's. Now from here, I'm going to substitute this back into my expression. So now to continue solving here, I would get x squared minus 3x squared minus 12x. I would go ahead and combine my like terms of x squared and minus 3x squared. And I would get a final answer of negative 2x squared minus 12x.